What is going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of the Dent Digest live show. What's going on out there? So, I want to get into last week's show a little bit. We Don and I brought our 2019 tools of the year, what we've been using, what we really enjoy. Um, kind of. It was funny for me that a lot of us had the same tools. I actually talked to Vinny, and Vinny was saying how some of the tools that we picked were the tools that they picked on the PDR Tool Time show. So it was super cool to watch a lot of us using the same tools and enjoying the same tools. So we've got a little bit of a unique show. I've got a special guest here that's going to be joining us in a couple minutes, and we're going to do a giveaway. So it's a New Year's resolution show. Kind of going to get into what your business is planning to do, your resolutions for 2019, and you're going to have to put them in the comments. And at the end of this show, my special guest is going to pick a winner, and we're going to mail you a box full of stuff. So we'll go over that stuff here shortly, but I kind of wanted to give you the rundown. And we're going to kind of get into some MTE stuff. Got Don in here right now, and we had a good time with, what tools we picked. It was actually a really good show. It seemed like the tool manufacturers appreciated it too. So I've got my buddy here. His internet is just so bad at his house. I decided to fly him here to sit down and do a live show. So come on in here. And I'm sure you guys know this guy, Mr. John Scotto from RPM Dent Repair.
Hello.
Flew in here on a little private jet and,
What's
made his
going
trip
on?
to Baltimore. What's up with you?
Well, not much.
How was the flight?
It was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was early too. I was shocked. You were about
Half hour
Yeah.
early. Yeah. It was supposed to be like, I think, hour and 20 minutes. I think it was less than an hour. Yeah, it was easy. Real easy.
real easy.
Yeah.
So I just told them what we were going over for the giveaway tonight for the New Year's resolution. Why don't you show them what we're giving away over here? So we're going to start with some other stuff here. We got some ants and glue. We're going to give away a couple packs, 4 or 5 packs of ants and glue. Some tequila glue. Got some push metal shirts. Thanks from Crystal and Craig Dreyer from Anson. Push metal hats. So we've got some other stuff I'm going to sneak in that package. I'm not going to give you all the goodies up front here. And just give away a good package. So, but you're going to have to put your New Year's resolution in there. So you have until 10 o'clock. So you have to comment your New Year's resolution, and poor Scotto is going to pick the winner. So he's going to take the beating when he doesn't pick the right answer. So remember that. So I did get a tool in the mail, and I've started using it probably the last week and a half, and I've really enjoyed it. It's the new VIP blending hammer. It's lighter. It's really comfortable. You used it today. You felt it in your hand today. It's a really comfortable metal, like wood handle, and it's light on the heads. Dual heads. And one thing you don't realize is one of these are tilted down. So they're not completely straight.
Oh.
And it's just to help with the blending angle.
Oh.
You didn't even notice that, did you?
I didn't. Almost like the little ratchet hatchet.
It's very close to that, yes.
I did not notice that.
So it feels good in the hand. It really does. I really like the rubber ends to where you can put it on the car and you don't have to worry about it scratching it. So that's going to be released at MTE.
The other thing is these also.
The ends, yeah, the tips. So, it's make sure you check it out at MTE. He's going to release them at MTE. So getting a little early shot at the tool, and I really like some of the stuff Peter's coming out with.
Yeah.
I've been using his knockdown for years.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you saw me today with the original VIP.
Yeah.
So Scotto came in, helped me with a really nasty car I had. It took us 5.5 hours, 2 of us, to fix this car. So it was pretty gnarly. It was pretty gnarly.
Is Vadine on here?
He's not in here yet, but we got Danny, Mr.
He'd
Kavanaugh.
be proud of. What's up, guys? What's up, Don? What's up, Danny? What's up, guys?
Yeah, it was a lot of Reaper, a lot of
no,
Chameleon.
I Chameleon. I fixed a lot of that, 90% of that body line with the Chameleon. Johnny would be proud.
And I'll post a picture of it tomorrow. It's terrible damage on a Volkswagen
Tiguan, or yeah,
one of those terrible hard body line cars that everything seems to be right angled.
yeah. That hood that you did too on that. Oh,
It was terrible.
yeah, it come out really, really nice. So that body line was gone on that.
So, let's kind of get into the resolution stuff. What is your New Year's resolution for RPM Dent Repair?
Well, you know what? I really want to focus on, the things that John and Mike, the three things that they've always tried to, implement is the eliminate, the automate, and the delegate. I need some serious help. I mean, obviously, I'm trying to finish the shop, but I really need to, I need to get some support on there.
Yeah.
So
you're saying more in systems.
Yeah, systems, I started doing some automation, but just more of the systems, from the minute a customer comes through the door to the estimate to everything, so that's really my main focus. And growing the team. I need to I need to at least one person, hopefully two. 2020.
Look at you making big moves. And I don't know if you guys know or not, Scotto's got a pretty nice shop. He's done a nice job over there. You're only rebuilding the whole thing.
Yeah, it's taking some time.
Don't even listen to this guy. Don't even listen to this guy. So another thing, first weekend in March, we're having a tech meetup at his shop.
March 7th.
So
we'll get that.
We're going to have the information out here this upcoming week. With all the details and what's going to go on. We've got a lot of guests coming, that some tool manufacturers. We're going to have a ton of giveaways, some raffles, maybe some demonstrations.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely,
definitely try to make it up there. Right now, it looks like it's, as of now, one of the only East Coast Dent Techs meetups. All you
Northeast,
all
you
California boys.
Yeah, I think Matt's having.
And Matt Moore in Georgia.
Matt Moore on the 11th, I think, January 11th.
So, I'm laughing at Jonathan. He always gives himself a hard time. He says he sucks at dents, but I'm willing to move. So, it's, your shop's super nice.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
So at your shop, what systems are you trying to put in place?
Well, once the, my office is set up, what I'd like to do is, there's two doors. There's two garage doors, and what I want to do, one of the things that, I've kind of thought through the whole building this place or whatever, and how I want to, do a customer from start to finish. Mm-hmm. So, because should I put windows looking into the shop? Should I put a door? Everyone's like, no. So what I want to do is, the estimate is customer's car is going to come in, greet the customer, whatever. I'll pull the customer car in, bring the customer out to the car, so they see the shop, then put the light on it. As I'm doing the estimate, kind of, like that. That's one of my main things is I want to write the cars up in the same spot every time. Let them have that chance to see the shop. It's almost the selling point.
Well, you're making it an experience.
Exactly.
They're feeling like, even though they're spending money with you, they're feeling like they're part of the process.
Right. Yeah.
And I think people like that. Yeah. I think people really enjoy, even though they're spending a premium to have their car repaired, I feel like they enjoy being part of the process.
Yeah, no, they do. And, it's more for me too, is I want, and I've done this. I've done it, but it's obviously not a system right now, the way I pull them in. But when people come in there, because I've had customers, I give them a price and they're like, oh, like, really? But I feel like when they're in the shop and they look around, like, it's more like they're like, okay, well, that's what it is,
It's kind of like if you go into a dealership for service. If you go into a Kia service department compared to a Mercedes-Benz service department,
Yep.
you can tell the difference.
No,
You can feel the
absolutely.
difference. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, you get
it's
a 100-inch in the Mercedes. In the Kia,
yeah,
you get like a 40-inch TV in
yeah,
the waiting room.
yeah. I mean, it really is. It's the experience. You're asking for a premium, and you're getting that premium.
Yep. Yeah.
So, make sure you guys put your New Year's resolutions in here. I want to give some of this stuff away, and maybe if we get 2 really good ones, we'll give away 2 sets of stuff. So we got quite a bit of stuff to get out of here.
Well, before I go, what's yours? What do you got going?
I'm gonna put some more systems in place. Since MME, I've kind of implemented some of the stuff that we went over at MME, which automation,
automating,
it's huge.
Yep.
It really is huge.
You've been doing the automated texting.
As soon as I left there, I was on the plane and I was already doing my presets.
Yeah.
And the lady next to me is like, "You've been working the whole flight." And I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm gonna forget.
Yeah. Well, Don and Mike, they I kept saying, on my flight out there, I'm gonna do it when MTE in Vegas. And I actually did. That's on the way out there. So when I got off the plane, I was sending them to Mike right away. So he knew I had them done, And I'll tell you, it was crazy right before, because I didn't put my website out up until I want to say it was the beginning of May or towards the end of May. And I would get, the info, from a customer, or someone would text me or whatever. And, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'll tell you, Mike taught me one thing that really clicked when I was still manually doing it. And he was like, listen, and it makes so much sense, because I would go back and forth, back and forth. I think Vadine was at Mega Media event. He brought this up too. And because I get like this, when people text me and I'm working, call me. Like, I don't want to touch button.
You're old school though.
Right. Well, what I mean is, Mike, on the text, now that I have them automated, but when I was doing it, Mike's like, always in the text, would you like to schedule it? Question mark. And I started, when I was manually doing that, it was like I'd have 10 texts back and forth before so then I'm like, go back to the base, simplify. And I would do that, give them a little price.
Mm-hmm.
Would you and I'm telling you, 95% of the people, yes, I would. It was just
End
so
it with a
simple.
question.
End it with a question,
I think the automation is borderline for me.
Yeah.
I've done a test since I've been back, since MTE or MME, 50-50. If I get them on the phone, 90% of the time I'm closing it.
Yeah.
Text, 50%.
Yeah.
Which is hard. I mean, because you're working. I mean, you saw me today. The phone was ringing. I'm on the phone. I'm got headphones in. I'm trying to fix this really gnarly dent.
Yeah.
That I stressed over for 2 days.
Yeah.
And it's been a long time for me to do a dent like that in a shop that was a new shop.
Yeah.
First time ever doing a dent there. They called. Gnarly dent. Didn't want to say no. I probably should have said no.
No, you did the right thing. That's a perfect way. It's a win-win in everything you did on there.
And it was tough. I looked at it on Tuesday and I was like, yeah, I can fix this. I can fix this. And the whole time, the next 2 days, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, I'm like, I don't know if I can fix that thing. It's that bad. Like, it's that bad. I don't know if I can fix this thing, but I figured it out today. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. You glassed it.
So my New Year's resolution is systems.
Yep.
More manpower.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for an experienced
What more
tech.
Systems? What else do you want to do for systems?
I think really the physical, like with me trying to groom Shane.
Yeah.
I want him to answer the phone the same way. handle the customer. This everything needs to be uniform because
Yep.
I'm still trying to build that what's it called? Experience.
Experience. Yep.
From the phone call to the delivery,
Yep.
everything needs exactly the same.
Yep.
Clothing, everything.
Yep.
So that's part of the systems. How fast I'm big, and Don said this on the show the other day, and how fast I reply to
Yep.
customers.
Yep.
That's a big thing for me to
Yep.
where I'm on it. You know what I mean? As fast as I can get back to them.
Yeah.
The other thing is manpower. I'm still looking for an experienced tech,
Yep.
someone that wants to relocate here. So if you guys are interested, make sure you send me a message, either Facebook or Instagram or any of the platforms, or just look on my website. My phone number is everywhere, so just reach out.
Reach out.
It's
And if anyone wants to go to Boston,
nobody wants to go to Boston. Way too much snow. I mean, I know Maryland's the murder capital of the world, but it's okay. So I've got a couple questions in here. Your buddy John's. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's go back up. We got a lot going on. Here.
One thing I'm going to say about why I was asking you on your systems is, it's still new for me in a shot. And I'll tell you, I've been now to Don's a couple times. Okay. And I'm really excited to get in a room with him. Him and Dave Streen on how he does. You walk in before he even had hail, it's his phone does not. I talk to Don every morning. I know we're on the phone. He gets out of the truck. There's already every single day, 90% of the time, there's already a customer in that parking lot, or he walks in and that phone rings. I mean, it's amazing. It really is.
And he's figured it out.
And
one thing, I was talking to Randy, and Randy said, "You wouldn't believe this guy." And I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
He wanted to talk to every single customer that walked through the door.
Yeah.
You know why? Because he wanted to make them feel at home. He didn't want to make it feel like you're at the oil change place and you're sitting there, you're like, "Oh my gosh, is this over?" He wanted to make them feel like
because it's his brand, and I get that,
part of the family.
Absolutely.
And that's why they keep coming back.
Absolutely. He was telling me the other day he had a customer come in, and I think it was like, "Oh yeah, you fixed you fixed my car, 20 years ago." He's like, "Oh, geez, 20 years. You haven't dented that thing since." But 20 years, like they were like, "Oh yeah, as soon as I get the dent, I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
I knew."
That's
I'll tell you, that place is amazing. Just the shop alone, the setup, and I'm telling you, it's just. I mean, some days I go in my shop and I'm like, I gotta get the office done, and this, like, I'm like, I want to be that busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, I know.
30 years of Don being Don.
Yeah. No, you're right. He has had a shop. He is a true OG. Like, he's had a shop since day one. Like, he was doing some mobile, but there's a example right there. Learn because I feel like systems for shop, the branding and stuff like that. Yeah, but you might do a couple different systems, or even me. I need to learn from you on having those systems, because I'd love to get a guy up and on the road. You know what I mean? And I think that's a lot of comes into like my three things. And John Hiley's always, I heard him again this last week, but he's been saying it for years, but it's really sinking in now, is the eliminate, the automate, and the delegate.
Yeah, it almost clears your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got a question in here. Your buddy John, he's asking, can you talk about the badass heat gun you use that's made in his hometown? What heat gun is that?
So that geez, what is the name of it? Master Appliance. So actually at the Stanliner event at Dawn's, I forget the kid's name, but he had this truck set up It was
Oh,
sick.
with the tent?
With the tent rolled up, this, that. We're out there, and I remember him opening this heat gun. So it's a master appliance, and what it is you have a dial. There's 2 dials on it, and it's got a so you say you want it at 160, and it's great. It's great if you're going to be outside too, because say at the wind or whatever. So it's got 2 infrared. So instead of getting the thing and putting the heat gun and checking the temperature, it's got the 2 things. You set the dial on you want. You can put it on like high or low, and right where those infrared going, it will get it to that temperature and hold it. It
It's
will
just like
keep
an
it at
$800 heat gun.
500. It's like
Oh, jeez.
450, I think, 460. But it's pretty gnarly. It's pretty it's nice.
It's, I don't know. I mean, you saw me today. You know what John said? You can't be friends with some of these guys. Can't be friends with Don. Can't be friends with Scotto or Mike. You know why? Because they're like, man, you really need some tools. And I thought I had a lot of tools.
No, I'm definitely you do, but I'm definitely making you a shopping list of, a few things.
Hey,
But then again, I didn't go to your try. I was just, but you know what? This is what I was telling Shane today. That's what it's all about, though. We are very fortunate to have, you know, these great tool guys, these guys that do dents and have now make, these guys that make the 1 to 5 or 1 to 10 tools. We had 5 tool companies, back in the day.
Yeah.
I had the first set of tools I learned with, I had for like 15 years. I might have broken my PDL2 once or twice. We added a couple things, but yeah, I mean, I do have a problem. I I love tools, but today I was telling your guy Shane, what it's about is, you have that the dent map or whatever, the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, and then you follow those, if something's tight, this, that, and then you have the art of PDR. And today it was nice because you got to be able to do that.
Mhm.
Now, if I went back and fixed that, if we went tomorrow and fixed that and we could run to my shop, I know exactly what tools I would, you know what I mean?
And it's so funny because you look, and I say this all the time on the show, you could literally look at any tech and say, why are you using that? And why are you approaching that?
Yep.
There's no
there's
one
no
way.
There's no right or wrong, everyone. And I was explaining to Shane today, the more you're around guys like me, you know what? Don says it all. The day you think you know it all is the day you're not going to look like. I want to watch everyone because I'm still going to add to my flavor. You know what I mean? That's how we get, quicker, cleaner, So, and I was telling Shane, I go, Shane, little bit of watching me, you're going to get your own, your own little flavor.
Today was, for me, it was probably one of the toughest dents I fixed this year.
Yeah.
It got to a point to where I literally was like, I really don't know if I'm going to fix this. Like, it was so tight and just wouldn't move. And I'm like, where is the crown? I'm all over this thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Heat, glue. I was like, I don't know. Like, it was so sharp.
But I'm just saying, that came out. That's what I'm saying. I can't wait till you come up to my shop, like just to play around to get, or even tomorrow, like when we're out, because that's what I mean, dude, you couldn't have did a better job on that. Could you have done it quicker? Probably.
Oh yeah.
But dude, you glassed that thing no matter what. You're a true dent guy. Like, that's the old, it's like I was telling Shane today about, it's the art of PDL. Like Don, he has these door tools that he made from.
He brought them on last night or last week.
That's right. I mean, they think of how he made. Like he still uses them every day. I want to set Don, if you're on here, please please. But I mean, so, you know, if you're going to fix it with a fork and a knife, you know what I mean? You got to be able to do that.
I used
You
a
know?
lot of the little stand liner hand tools on that thing,
Yeah.
and just drug.
Yep.
You know, it was those really, really hard, tough body
Yeah.
lines.
Yep. Yep. You know what would have been nice on that is a
New hood.
oh yeah.
So, you know, and the guys that have just joined us, make sure you comment your
Yeah, let's
your
what
New
do you
Year's
guys what do you guys
John's gonna pick a winner at 10. So
yeah,
you guys need to comment in there and really put your New Year's
2020 guys, you
anything
know,
for your business. You know, what are your implemented new plans for this year? That's what this show's about, is a New Year's resolutions for you guys.
yeah.
You know,
I'll tell you, I reflect, you know, we all reflect back on 19, and you know, if it wasn't for, you know, my friends kind of, because I was a little down and out, like, you know, did I get a lot accomplished? And, you know, guys, write it down. You know, that's one thing I didn't do last year is actually, I take that back. Is I did write a couple things down, and one of them was quit smoking. And I did do that. And I was very proud of that.
that's why he's so grumpy lately, because he hasn't smoked.
But, no, you know, it was a rough year for me. I mean, just because things are in the process of being built, you know. So I felt inside. And then, you know, my friends, Don, you know, he was kind of pumping me up. I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? You're right. I've gotten a little, but it's just, you know, now I want to write these things down and focus on them, and, you know, kind of set some time, you know what I mean? And, you know, and go after the, don't, you know, what I've been definitely trying to do, and I did a really good job of it in 19 is, and Mike kept digging it and digging it, is don't focus on one thing and get that thing to the best you want it. Yes. Then move on. I'm not a big social media, you know, I'm just starting to make videos.
He's an old guy.
I'm an old man, you know.
It's
okay. I got dial up, you know.
We know. Look at his internet. His internet is just terrible.
What up, Q?
So, you know, for me, it's really
network. Absolutely.
Danny Scarza, he's reflecting on this nasty hood dent that I fixed at his shop today for the first time. Thanks for the business, Danny. I appreciate it, bud. Hopefully your wife didn't have the baby today. But, you know, it's for me, it's keep growing, keep moving on the forward pace. You know, me, I try to do a lot with marketing and my branding, and now
phenomenal job.
Now I just need help. Now I just need guys. Shane's doing really well.
He is
slowly
really nice kid.
You
I wish I could steal him from you, but I know I'm not. But I tell Don all the time, Don, I need your Troy. He's done as an awesome
you know what,
employee,
and I think in our business or any business, you know, even at like Danny's Body Shop, you need one right-hand man.
Yeah.
That you can lean on.
Yeah.
You can scream at if you need to scream at to get it off your plate.
Yeah.
You can do things, because when you get to a point in any business, you can't do it all.
No.
You're gonna think you can.
No, you are gonna think, but you can't. And I'll tell you right now, that is one of my 2020 goals now. And I will say it is, I need a Shane or a Troy. You know, that you guys, two really good, you know, he's going to image you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's going to be able to do everything. I mean, of course, you're still going to grow, but you did very well with that.
Now I just need him to fix dents, like smash hoods, stuff that should have been replaced.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. So we got Richard in here from Excalibur. He's saying cars change, metal changes, braces change, and they have to invent new ways to keep up with the change. It's very true. I mean,
I'll tell you. Speaking of him,
cars are getting worse.
I
don't know any. I don't know.
I went to Dawn's to fix a hail car, and first thing I did was, you know, I use my Blum shave set I love, you know, and Dawn's like, hey, I got this hood all set up, and he's got his card. I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's like being in heaven over there.
Hey, you know.
And he throws a couple things, and he's like, and I looked at the tool and I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, these are I'll tell you, I need, I want to wait till I'm at the show to see. Those are phenomenal. You go through the hole, I'm telling you, you're pushing aluminum, whatever. You don't even damage the hole. It's like the way they're,
Look at that, Scotty Clarkson here. Mark Blem, look at this guy. Mark's actually catching a live show. Holy schnauzers.
What's going on, Mark?
So, and look at that, Don saying Excalibur rocks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check him out at MTE.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna have a booth at MTE. So, and we got Mark Blem here. It's been 37 years since Blem Tools has had a booth. So they're gonna have a booth.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's gonna be like the Stanliner booth.
Yeah. We gotta get you a set of those Blem shaved. I
need a Blem shave set. We've been talking about it for months.
Yeah.
You know who else is that? Chad.
Yeah.
Chad is a huge Blem advocate, huge, telling me, you got to get that shave set. I'm like, I don't need that.
I'm surprised you don't have I mean, I didn't go through all your stuff. I was like, I'm like, what does he get here? What does he got there?
You go, what knockdowns you got? I'm like, I got these 3. Oh, okay. It's.
You figure it out. That's it.
I fix a lot of cars for what I got.
Absolutely. And you have, that's the thing, is what I'm saying, is you have to, then you like I said, look at what I was saying, these guys are developing more and more.
And I think it's
like he says, cars change and you gotta keep changing with it.
And I think it's technology is on our side. And I can me and you can relate right now. Yep. And the reason I say that is some of these, look at this guy right here. Chad, the mad scientist is in here, guys. Chad Peters from Endeavor Tools. Technology, I look back, I still have a bag in my garage that I'll open up and pull some of these tools out. And Shane's like that, says, what is that? And I said, this was my first dent tool I ever fixed a dent with. Yep. A D214.
Yeah.
Or a master. Steve Brown still uses a master.
I don't have mine. That's the one thing I didn't keep. But I would probably not use it, but I'd probably polish the thing and put it around me. My knuckle still hurts from that thing.
Hey, that's what
that was used. Like, I forget, what was that movie? This is my rifle. That's how we were in the training. This is my master.
Yeah. It'd be polished.
Oh yeah, you had to polish that.
Oh my gosh, man. It was it was the Ford tool. I still have one of them. I
was looking for that today.
It's in the truck.
Oh, I would have loved to have used that.
But technology, do you remember the glue tabs we used? That crappy what was it? Worth kit.
I used a Worth kit.
Cut them all.
And the glue, my guy's like, oh yeah. The bag of glue I was getting off the Snap-on guy, and he was charging me like $75 and $90 a bag. I'm like, are you kidding me? Thank God that's not the Snap-on guy that comes to my shop now.
He's selling you some Walmart glue.
No, it was remember that beige?
Yeah, it was nasty.
It worked. Well,
it was brittle.
Back then, yeah.
It was brittle.
I still have some of those Worth tabs, the red ones. I was cleaning something out, and I was going to huck them, and I'm like, I'll save these.
You know what tab I used today a lot was the Blem crease tab.
Oh, I love those. The red ones? Yeah, I have both.
I only got 3 of them.
Oh, really?
But I don't ever lose them. How many tabs can you use at one time?
True. I love those tabs. I just got those tabs, I think, in the past year. Because every time I went on, they were out of them.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I use them every single day.
Look at that. Chris wants to buy a master. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. There's way better things.
Chris, what's up, buddy? You can actually you can go on sometimes. They have a whole deposit set.
Yeah.
I heard they were like, the last time you could buy that whole set, Richard still uses it too. You could buy that whole set, I think, for like $1,100 or something.
Yeah.
The old original dent was.
And it's funny now. I mean, they're using a lot of stuff from other manufacturers.
Yeah.
I don't know how many tools are really still making. It's been a long time since I was with the Wiz.
Yeah.
Um,
Still have my Ford tool. Yeah, I use a Ford tool. I bought one from what's his name?
trying to sneeze here. It's not coming out.
What you? Who came up with the Ford? What's it? I can't even think of his name. Sorry. The pie
at that.
one, the one that's having the pie show.
Mike Seawald.
Jesse Haw. He can't. I have the Ford tool. He made one. He's coming out with
the Hawk.
Yeah, the Hulk, and it's gonna be. I always say it's gonna be interchangeable tips. That should be cool. That should be cool.
Mike Seawald. That was one of the guys that trained me.
Yeah, Mikey Seawald.
Yeah. Now he's what was the name of his company? I can see his logo, but I can't remember the name. He's another good trainer.
Yeah.
Definitely, Mark. You got to do some work, buddy. Took off the week of Christmas, and now he's got to get back to work.
I know it is coming quick.
So
I gotta book my hotel.
He still hadn't booked his hotel yet. He's gonna be sleeping He's gonna be sleeping in the bathtub in my room. I see. But make sure you comment your New Year's resolution. You too, Mark. You're part of this whole show. Comment your New Year's resolution. Let's put it on there. This poor guy's gonna pick a winner at the end. Gateway, good job, Scott. He's on point today. Gateway.
Yep. Scotty Clark.
That's it.
So, Gateway.
What are you excited about at MT?
I'm excited for tools.
Yeah.
I'm excited about everything. I'm excited. I'm really excited about Blem being there. That's going to be really cool. I'm excited to see everyone. I'm excited to see all the new stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I gotta set my budget.
Yeah. I mean,
I need to finish my shop because, dude, it's so tough. Because I still buy tools.
This guy's got 3 of everything.
Month.
So if you break a tool,
I don't have 3. I do not. But I do stock like my tips. Like I'll have.
Like if you need a Pee-wee and they're out of stock, call Scotto.
Yeah, call me. I definitely carry those things. All the little different tips and stuff. Even my VIP, my plastic ones.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm like, because I bought that first tip and I didn't use it for like a month, and then I put it on and I used it for like a month. I'm like, I got to order another one in case I damage this.
Or they go out of business, so they're gone or whatever.
I'm telling you, I'm still on I bought 2 extras. I'm still on my first one, and I beat that thing.
I mean, that's like the original VIP. I bought it at MTE, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like this thing. Fell in love with it, ordered 6 more.
Yeah.
Not realizing he was going to come out with a better one the next year.
I'm talking about you're talking about the steel one, right?
Like the full aluminum shaft with like the fake leather, the original one.
Yeah.
Not the 1.0, the original
the
small.
Original, yeah. I love the plastic or whatever it is.
You guys turned me on to the you and Don. It's all you and Don, the Pee-wee.
Oh yeah, the dead
at MME.
Dents. Yeah, all 3 of his tips are awesome.
So, I'm excited to see a bunch of guys I don't get to see.
Yeah.
Like Vegas was fun. We had a good time. Just different. A lot of the East Coast guys didn't go to Vegas.
Yeah, true.
That you see every year. Some of the Hale guys that I have good relationships with.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see those guys.
It's crazy though. Like, it goes by so quick. Like, I feel like last year it was so different. Excuse me. So me and Don, we were down there for the week with the PDR college, but like drafts, the way it was set up last year, it was like we had that one place like that we went to, and then we all like, I feel like I did see everyone, but it's almost like when it's over, I'm like, oh, why can't it keep going on? I wish it stayed for another 3 days, and you just got to wait for that next year, because it is cool, man. You know, you just there's so we have. I'm not just saying. I love the people that are in this industry.
Mhm.
There's so many, from the tool manufacturers to all these guys that it's just there's so many great people, man.
Yeah.
It really
I mean,
is.
me and Scotto really just met at MT Vegas.
Vegas, yeah, that's really, yeah,
I mean, he's been watching me on this dumbass show for a year and a half, 2 years. But
yeah. I
you
mean,
know.
now you're sending your private jet to pick me up.
So Jonathan's asking, what lights do you use? I'm an Eliminate and Pro PDR guy.
Yeah, I have Pro PDR. I have a Limident. I have one, two, three. I also have a Pro PDR small chubby that I
Mhm.
had made. I love that light, but I hate the suction on it. It's got like a square. It's real tough to use. But I do need another. So I have two. I have an HD Pro PDR chubby and then a regular one. I am going to add another light to the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'm going to add the Stucky. I'm going to add a
The
Stucky.
wireless one, the Hail Light.
Yeah, the XL. I used that down at in Connecticut at Dave White's Toy Drive. Friend of mine, Tommy Boroff, he uses that, and I was very, very impressed with it. Not that I love Pro PDR, but I have two of them, so I want to, you know what I mean. Some days your eyes, I want a little different flav,
And Stucky does a really good job with the fade.
Yeah, because he was an old done was a guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what
When he started printing out those stickers with the fade, and I was like,
I still have like rules because I would buy, and people laugh because remember the boards we had? So I had a friend that was in that sign company, whatever. So I had a whole sheet cut down and stuff. I probably have 75 boards with the plastic still on them. So I could put, I could make a.
I remember they used to spray them with spray paint.
I remember spraying my own, and I'd be like, man, I didn't put enough overspray there. And then I started taping it a little because I wanted a solid line on one and a little fade on that. And I'll tell you,
I never use a board.
There you go. That's an example of how far we've come in this industry. I mean,
yeah,
lights alone. I mean, no, but Stucky's. Plus, I loved it. It's black and red. It makes a black and red match the shop really nice.
Just like you and Dave. Dave's big with that. Dave Fisher with color matching everything. Everything's lime green with him, and he does a good job.
Yeah, he does.
So, and look, Bryce is in here. He's going to be training at the Stanliner.
What's up, Bryce?
One of his style of using the Stanliner, which is actually,
I love that.
super cool.
One thing. So PDR college a couple years ago when Shane's truck was hit. That was the first time.
With the deer.
Yeah, that was the first time I met Bryce, and so he does his 2-hour thing, group bowling and this and that, and we took the door off, and so he wheeled it off in the other room, and we went on with the seminar, for a couple days, and then at the very end, it was you're like, oh, guys, thanks for coming, and Shane's truck's outside, all back together. You want to go out there and check it out? And I went out. I remember, boom, we're running right out there. And I looked at this, and I was like, I couldn't believe the finish work. I've been fixing dents a long time, but I was like, everyone's Bryce. I'm like trying to talk to him, stepping back. I'm like, Bryce, how you doing, man? I introduced him, like being kind of quiet. I'm like, how did you get that? The finish was just phenomenal, and I remember him saying, Stanliner. So boom, the next day I went to Stanliner and he was there, but I didn't even talk to him. I talked to Dan. I'm like, give me every tool, give me whatever Bryce is using right now. What's Bryce using with the finish work? And I remember Bryce telling me, I did a lot of my finish with the sword tool. and it's a real stout tool. And you look at, I'll tell you, it's those tools, obviously the technique that I'm still working on, I got some of the dragging, the rolling, this, that, but Bryce uses them his way.
Yeah.
And you get that sword tool, like if you're just, using a double bend or something, the finish work that it puts out is just, it's phenomenal. Like it's crazy. Really detailed.
And you went to the first seminar.
Yeah. 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 That's what I mean. I'm still, I use them. I'm probably not using them the way I should.
No, I mean, none of us are.
But there's no wrong way to use
Yeah.
them. Bryce it's how it's like we were saying earlier, I fixed the freaking door you gave me today with a freaking chameleon. If you told me I was going to fix that dent with a chameleon, I would have laughed at you.
I would have went right at a chameleon.
Yeah.
I would have used a chameleon body line. Yeah. Where it was located, perfect access. I was ready to take the door off.
Yeah. Well, the door off, it really wouldn't have, all other than it would have been like that.
Yeah.
You don't have like a double blade tool or something. No, that's what I would have. I have an
Mark Blem, I need to order a double blade tool.
Yeah. Actually, I have, that would have been perfect. They door set that I have of Blem's. I would have get in there with that. It's got like a double kick.
Ratchet handle.
But that's a strong tool. I would have get on it with that. Don't get me wrong. Chameleon work. Like, so it's, if I had to use a fork and knife, we would have to use a fork and knife. I mean,
I think with MTE, I'm excited to see everybody and talk.
No, absolutely.
And, like my buddy Josh came to Vegas and he's like, "What the hell did you do all day long?" And I'm like, "Talked and BS'd and I don't know." It was just, he was not in the industry and he didn't understand. And I don't know, it's super, even at night, sitting there at the bar, BSing till 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning. I mean, I had Mark Blem out until 2 in the morning. So,
oh, did you?
It's a really good networking. That's what I tell people all the time.
I must be old. The first night we were there in Vegas, me and Dawn, I think we went up to the room. It was only like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Old guys here.
Yeah.
I need to get the networking.
His alarm was going off at the shop too.
Oh, that's right.
He was up all night. Yeah. But I mean, for me, it was really 12 o'clock. You know what I mean? Lyle, yeah, I remember that. Yep.
No problem. The funny thing, I'm going to tell you guys this. So you're going to have to help me out. So when Mark originally said he was coming to MTE, me with the big mouth, says, "Man, you're going to sell everything out. If you don't sell it out, I'm going to buy whatever's left."
Oh.
So you guys are going to have to help me with this situation. So got to buy them. Yeah, you must be going somewhere. I guess maybe he's going to the stand liner. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Or is he going to MTE?
Maybe he's not missing. Maybe he's missing MTE.
Oh.
So I'm excited to see people and tools.
Yeah.
There's so much innovation. I mean, the mad scientist was in here, and I usually talk to Chad almost every single week.
Do we know what he's coming? No.
Nothing.
It was funny. Vegas, I went over there and it was just like, Dawn when I went over, they were trying to get the Wi-Fi working or whatever. And I think Dawn whatever he got, I got. And I didn't get, because Mike took it home and then sent it to me like a month later. But I got his ratchet things, and I love his his little
Carbon Tech strap.
Everyone was like, oh, scrap. I use that thing every single day. I do all them roofs. I use that on everything. I love it. It's cool. It kind of put its own little bend to it. It's nice.
You're talking about the
swivel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we know what he's coming up with?
No.
I'll tell you, I'm going to be honest. What I need to do is I need to really because it's really now that you you get all these tools. I kind of like to zone in on what touch it, feel. I used to make the mistake
I
of
usually
like,
buy everything the first 15 minutes.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's usually yeah, I've already got my eyes on some things that have already it's just limited things, so I want to make sure I go and I get it.
Yeah. And I've got an idea of
Hey, what's going on, Jason?
what I'm gonna buy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Kind of look through. I know I'm gonna do some stand liner, probably some blem stuff.
yeah,
Um, there's I'm sure whatever Chad and Todd are bringing to the table.
yeah. There's a kid here, Jason Hancock, on here. He came out and visited. So he follows you, and he caught me on my Instagram. Guy lives near me, so we went back and forth. He reached out and he took a ride down on my birthday. Actually, came down to the shop. I was a little embarrassed, not done, but what a great. It was cool, man. Just talking. I just love any information that we can. But he's gonna do really well. He spent some good money on some tools. He's got some good tools too.
And that's it. I mean, there's the hard part is there's so many options out there.
Yeah. Yep.
I get it all the time. What's do you know? Can you send me a list of your best toolkit?
Yep.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah.
There is some really good stuff. I don't have a Carbon Tech hood stand. Todd, I don't have one. Need to get one.
I need to get another one.
You know,
Hopefully, if I get a big storm.
It's a need. It's there's some Chad and them are gonna blow it out of the water.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what
Mark Blem's got some new stuff launching too.
I can't wait to see that either.
There's a lot of new tools coming out. Peter from a VIP, Craig from Anson has got some cool stuff coming out too.
Yeah,
he's collabed with a lot of guys, so it's gonna be awesome. I'm sure Kiko always has something new.
Yeah. What up, Ez?
It's we got S in here from good old Stan Liner.
He came by my shop too, man. That was so cool. So cool.
Did you learn anything?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, there you go. I mean, here's a kid that's been in. I met him. He wasn't even a year into this industry, and he's just such a nice guy. And I remember him saying he had it all lined up to go out to Stan Liner, and then he won at Mega Media 2.0. He won a ticket for 3.0. So then when I saw him at 3.0, I get in there the day before with Dawn or whatever. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? That's how you doing, buddy? I'm like, what's going on? How'd you do it? So he's like, oh, you remember? I'm like, of course I remember you went out there.
Yeah.
I'm like, how was it? And he is just, I'll tell you, man, he is a very smart kid. He's a smart individual. And we're sitting there talking. He was at the shop, and I'm like, well, he's like, you still got the wrappers on these two tools. I'm like, yeah, I know. So when I hit someone over the head with them, and he goes, why? And I'm like, well, I really haven't used it. And we're talking more. I'm like, he's telling me, I'm like, let's just pull this headliner real quick. And I just whipped down this other liner that was in there. And he just the little things, I wasn't using it wrong, but I'll tell you,
he was with John Vadine doing hail. I'm talking to John, the Dent Reaper. And I can just hear S in the background, samurai, what is that, reverse blending or whatever?
Yeah.
I was like, can he be any louder?
Yeah.
He's like, but man, you wouldn't believe the quality.
Oh, I'm telling you, I hope 2020, if I get a nice little storm, try to get him, because he's got family up,
Maine.
Yeah, Maine, which wasn't bad. He drove down that one. I would love to have him, and here's the thing. You're talking about a guy 3 years into and not that I'm not in 3 years in 27 years, I don't know. Of course I want to learn from him, I don't know it all.
Yeah.
I don't know half of it,
we're getting towards the end, guys. So make sure you type in the comments your New Year's resolution so we can get John to pick somebody tonight. And if there's some really good ones, maybe we'll pick two. So I've already read a couple of them. It's pretty good.
I
So,
can't. I haven't been. I mean, I need. What do we got?
Got some in here. So we're gonna have to wait till we hit 10 o'clock. We're gonna cut it off, and we'll run about 5 or 10 minutes after and rock and roll. But MT, I think it's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah,
It's gonna be some good times. That you got Don and Dave Stream seminar.
yes,
You know
yes.
that's.
I'm really looking forward to that.
They're gonna be
And
on the show.
do we know how to
Edgy Tools. So if you go into Edgy
Edgy
Tools,
Tools?
and I think it's Make It Rain or one of his things that has all the events listed on his website. So you have to go to Edgy Tools to sign up for that.
You have a shop. You know, that's what they're really focusing on right now. Well, that one. They're having two. There's another one on Education Day, I think. It's kind of an all around, but the one they're having on that Wednesday, it's really focused on if you're a shop, you know, working in a shop. Nothing against a rub, but it's really honed in. I mean, guys, Don is like I said, Don is my buddy. He's a true OG. I mean, this guy's been doing this since 1989. And you walk in a shop and you can tell.
Yeah.
From the way he talks to his customers to the way the phone rings, and it doesn't stop. It's just he knows what's going on, you know. So you can learn.
And he's on Facebook Live every day.
There you go. I mean, and the guy, I mean, he'll do anything for any. I mean, he's just an all around great. So it just it'd be a good thing to go with Dave and learn. It's just another little flav, add to the flav.
Don. See, Don and you were friends, so you both have really bad internet. Don just lost connection for 10 minutes.
Oh, so you gotta rewatch it.
You gotta put the quarters in the machine. It'll keep running. So, like we said, March the 7th.
No resolution, just stick to the plan.
Well,
there you go. As long as you're moving forward.
Listen to this guy. Come on, Mark. Come on. So, March 7th, we're having our tech meetup.
March 7th. Yep.
No stress.
No stress. No. The office will be framed, but
maybe we'll have to get S up there doing some stand liners.
No, it's not maybe. He said on the show he will be.
CS,
whatever I need to do, we'll get you there.
See, look at that. Gonna have some stand liner demos.
Yeah.
Gonna have to get Thomas. Thomas isn't that far from you either.
No, Thomas always said I'm a drive away. So we'll try to get
look at that. That's his laughing. He's saying, nope, I'm not coming. Danny, what a good dude Danny is.
Danny.
Good for the industry.
He called me a couple of weeks. He's just that guy. He's a great guy, man. Really great guy. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
It's fun to just see guys and you slowly year after year after year build relationships. And you said that to Shane today.
Here it is. So I used to crack jokes with it. I never went on doyding.com.
I didn't either.
When I was with the Wiz, at one point I had 19 guys that worked under me. A couple sales guys, techs. I had a couple paint guys, but they all went on there. And my thing was, well, they're on there. I'm not going to go on there, right? So I always was off to the side. Like I just did my own thing. And I wish, because I went through all the hardships and making the errors on myself, I probably wouldn't have, and then, and even when Mike came out, like his pot, like I'd still, I'm like, oh, did you hear your boy's new podcast or this and that? And now they're all like, yeah, your boy. Cause I finally went, I don't know if it was 16. I think it was 17. Well, this will be my fourth Orlando one. So, but I'm telling you right now, it's what it's all about. Like that's my family. Like, I wish we could have, that's why I like coming here and there and going, it's like, like Don's, I go out there for the weekend, I just.
Yeah. That's what John says. you got some work for me to work on. I was like, oh, I got some crap to work on. That's for sure.
I'm like,
I
we're
got some
gonna
crap.
be pushing metal, right?
And I'm like, I don't feel like pushing metal. You can push metal. Tomorrow we got some surprises too, so should be a good
That's all
one.
right.
But no, I'm excited. There's some really good stuff.
Yep.
I'm not yawning on you guys. It's been a long day. What's up, Reed? So it's good old Kobe, another good dude.
Colby.
Invited to do his house in Colorado.
Oh yeah, super. Yep.
I just met him there, and he's like, "Hey, we're having a barbecue at my house."
That was so cool. He reached out to me not too
Such
long
a
ago.
cool,
What's your address? Sent me a crisp. Like, dude, it's
cool.
And I
place.
feel like there's so many people that
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten to. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, social media, but that's what I was telling Shane today. I had a buddy that came by my shop last week. It was him and his son. He trained his son. And my buddy's been doing Chris Potel. He's been doing this for, he's been pushing for, I don't know, 15 years anyways, I think. But they live about almost 2 hours from me. And his son, he trained his son for a couple of years now. I said, you want to buy some tools for the end of the year? I'm like, he's like, what do I buy? And I mean, they were like writing down everything, and I'm like, I don't have that many tools, do I? So he goes, I go, you know what? Forget buying tools. Buy a ticket to MTE. Go to MTE. Bring your son. I go, I guarantee you guys are going to check into the hotel. You're going to sit at the bar. You're going to, before you even put your suitcase upstairs, I guarantee you guys are probably going to meet another father and son.
Yep.
And he's going to have someone to relate to.
Yep.
He's going to build friends. Like, that's what it's all about. It's all about,
being at the airport. I mean, we were at MME. I called Mike. I said, hey, we just landed. And he's like, call Jason. He's at the airport. And I called Jason Huddleston. I was like,
boom.
Hey, you here? He goes, yeah. I'm waiting for an Uber. I'm like, I'm grabbing my luggage. Wait for me. We rode an hour.
I know. I felt bad. Me and Dom were dragging. I mean, we were stalling. Mike was yelling at us. You got in at 7 at night. We were trying to wait as long as we could.
It's I don't know. It's super cool to.
Yeah. Jimmy Stark. I mean,
yeah.
So many.
I mean, I just talked to Jimmy Stark on New Year's Day. You know what I mean? It's.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of great people, man. And I don't know if Jason's still out here. I hope you're going to get in touch with me. I hope you're getting down to MTE, bud. It'd be nice to see you down there. Introduce you to some people.
And who's that?
Jason, that kid Jason Hancock that came to my shop a couple months back.
We got Chad back in here, and that dude, the mad scientist.
Chad.
He's busy. He's busy trying to get stuff ready for MTE, and I'm calling him for car parts. Hey, can you make this part for my car?
Chad, I cannot believe the parts to his car in this house. It is insane.
But make sure you comment your New Year's resolution.
Yeah, come on. Let's.
We're almost out of time. I'll let it go 5 more minutes.
Sunday morning.
5 more minutes. Let it go. Give some good stuff away.
Danny, come on, buddy. What's your resolution? What are you doing for 2020? I know you got some big ones.
Next week, I got Dave Stream and Don going over their seminar.
Yeah.
How it can help them,
Yeah. Again, guys, like I said, if you're a shop owner and, the Wednesday's the one that you want to go to. They're doing another one on Education Day, I think.
Yeah, they're doing a smaller kind of
but that's kind of all around. But I'm telling you, Don's really, when he's focused, man, he's really honed in on, and like I said, I can't wait to keep learning. Like, that's the example is my shop will never be what his shop is, but
why not?
Well, he's got a lot of years.
He's got 30 years.
He's got 30 years, but it's what I'm striving,
Yeah.
That's my mentor. Like, so, and I think they're only, if I remember correctly, I think they're only doing 10 spots.
Yeah, it's not many.
Yeah.
Which knockdown are you talking about, John? This is mine. Look at that. I don't know. We're going to have to pick one. We're going to
Oh, it's not.
See, we got 1 minute left to comment.
Mike Blum had the best one so far. He was going to tune into the
I don't
Dent
know.
Digest more often.
I don't know. Oh, the VIP. It's all hidden on the. I couldn't even tell you what kind of metal VIP uses.
I do know that they like I love the 1.5, the 1.5. Like that's different than the 2.0, right? Yeah.
I really like the not screw on tip ones.
Yeah.
The version right
The
before the
1.5.
screw on.
You use the same
with the
ones.
aluminum.
Yeah, use the same ones that I use. The one I was using today.
The black one. I like that one, and I like the one that was the next size up that was aluminum with the shaft.
Yes.
Red, blue, green.
Yeah.
But I also used the shafts and put all different tips on them.
Yep.
So, it is over. So if you guys have commented, we're going to have John run through here. Going to start from the beginning. Let him scroll and read. Go ahead and scroll and read. I'm going to keep talking.
This kid looks like he's got the best one
Go ahead and scroll. And so what is, I'm going to have to go all the way up. We're going to have to go. You can start there. With your New Year's resolution, are you going to implement it now? Are you going to implement it next week? My biggest thing with New Year's resolutions is, the end of the year is always, it's tough because you always have the people that, perfect example, I'm going on a diet. You know what I mean? Here, start from here, make it easy. I'm going on a diet, and then they start their diet plan. Some of your New Year's resolutions you need to implement ASAP. Implement as soon as you can and roll with it. And things are going to change. I tell my wife all the time. I tell her, hey, I'm a shifter. And what I mean by shifter is I'm constantly shifting my plan. So you set a plan, you say, okay, I'm going to go out and get 5 new accounts. You're halfway through that year and you're like, man, I've only got 2.5. Shift it a little bit. Keep your same plan, but shift it to where you can still try to grasp. You're not going to hit that 5, but maybe you grab 4. Don't stress if you don't hit your goal, but it's always goals, and it always helps you drive your business and try to get to that next level. Really try to implement your plan, implement what you want to do, and just roll with it. Things aren't always going to go your way, and you're always going to sit back and you're always going to say, man, I wish I would have did it this way, or man, I wish I would have opened up my retail shop 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Look at me right now. Man, I wish I would have hired a guy 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I would be a lot farther.
Yeah.
But you can't harp on it. You got to start from now.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda is not, no. A good friend told me, you know why the windshield is so big and the rear view mirror is so small? Because you don't look behind in the back,
True.
Hey, one thing we want to make sure we say is Matt from Get a Grip, really helping everyone out here. Guys, if you have not booked your hotel for MTE, you need to call, because I did the same thing. Dawn did the same thing. If you go to MTE website and try to go through the link, it will say that it's all blocked off. So you can still get the rate, but you get off your ass like me, myself. You got to call and give them tell me with the MTE. I know when we were calling I don't think there's any rooms Tuesday night, but there's plenty. They did say there was plenty for the rest of the week. But again, Matt, thanks for that earlier, and he wants to make sure we all get that out there, guys. You got to call. And the one that I love the most, I couldn't find it.
No,
It's not on here. So
it's got to be on here. I think it was John, right?
yeah, but it's not on here. Right there. I mean, this one's second up, but
So we're gonna give two away today. So the one he picked first is John Plank. Here it is.
Use that train. Learn metal flow, SEO website, Google Maps. You can't hit a target you don't have.
That's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
That is pretty good. So John, make sure you reach out to me with your address through either Facebook Messenger or whatever, and I'll make sure I get this package out to you as soon as I can. And the next one is going to be Dave Fisher.
That's the Fisher.
Go ahead and read that. It's not coming up on the...
Grow his relationships with true professionals, build his brand in social media to reach his target audience, and open his second location.
Dave. I'll tell you, Dave
stepping up.
Dave has gone
I can't
to a lot of the MMEs.
Yeah.
And he's really trying to implement a lot of things.
Yeah. He's done a really, really good job. Great job.
So
The only thing I don't like about Dave is nothing. I'm just upset that he came to Boston and he didn't come by the show. Now, he was in town over the summer for a wedding, but he's a super, and
yeah,
he's doing a really good job.
He is.
Really, really good job.
It's nice to see guys putting their all in, putting it all up.
Yeah.
You know, look at that. Says he's running low. Low. Look at you. You're going to be living here next year, hopefully this year. So you're going to have plenty of this stuff, Vin. So, Dave, make sure you send me your address. I'll get these packages out to you guys. Thanks to Push Metal Gear and Anson PDR for the giveaways. Hope you guys enjoyed this show, something a little different. If you can, share this stuff, share the show. It's slowly growing. It's getting to that point. It's been a really good year. I appreciate everybody, and it was a really good 2019 for me. I mean, I started this thing in March, and I was like, nobody's ever gonna watch this show. I remember sitting here with Shane and talking just to the screen, just saying, "Hey, this is what I'm doing," and it's been fun. It's been
yeah, we appreciate it, man.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's funny because people are like, what are your motive? What's your motive? This show costs me money to put on every month. You know what I mean? It's fun.
Yeah.
It's just my giving back to the industry that's been so good to me.
But the interaction, I mean, people, the questions and stuff like that, that's what it's all about, networking,
Yeah.
So,
it's been, I appreciate you coming on. Your internet's much better this time, dude.
Hey, I appreciate you having me, guys. Everyone, happy New Year.
Yes.
I wish everyone 2020, and I hope to see everyone, MTE. I mean, obviously the meeting spot down there is going to be the playground. I mean, bar on each side,
Vinny, you got to bring that TX to the playground.
I mean, guys, that's another thing. All these tools that are you're going to be able to use, like, we didn't have that years ago. We had a fork and a knife. Now you can actually use all these new tools right there.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's
it's
why,
cool.
Jason, if you're still in here, that's not that for all of us, but I'm using him as an example because he's a guy getting into it. It's
well, the other thing is you got guys in the booth that have used those tools.
Yeah.
So it's there's a lot of good things happening.
There is a lot of good things happening. Absolutely. I'm excited.
It's positive. I mean, you still have the few guys in the industry that are a little bit of drama.
Yeah.
But there are so many positive things that are going on in the industry that it's just nice moving forward.
Oh, it is. It is. Yeah.
So I'm going to cut this thing off. It's 10:14. I'm going to have John working about 7 o'clock in the morning.
7.
So, I appreciate you guys watching. episode number 38. Can't believe that. So crazy.
Wow.
So
It's
crazy.
just how old I am.
I know. It's crazy. Appreciate it, guys. And
Guys,
I
we'll
will see you guys next week. And remember, guys, keep it real. See ya.
Peace.